Hey girl, hey boy, hey. Welcome back to the channel. I am Sheika if you're new, and welcome to a new video.
You told me I could trust you, and I could really use you.
Y'all, I know. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. This is really why I wanted to do like a sit down, chit chat, get ready with me type of deal. I felt like this would be too much to put in a vlog. So here we are. Let me do my brows real quick and then we just gonna jump into it. Cause if you know, your girl can't do her brows and talk at the same time, because one brow gonna be this way and the other brow gonna be this way somehow. Okay, y'all, so brows are done. I'm looking a little crazy, but that's okay. Let's jump right in. So y'all, I had so much to tell y'all, like to talk to y'all about, and I have been toying with myself for a while, trying to figure out like how was I gonna come back on here, what was I gonna talk about. Did I want to just, you know, start a vlog and then insert like a segment where I'm just sitting down drinking some tea and talking to y'all, or what I wanted to do. Then I was like, okay, no, I want to do like a sit down chit chat, but I didn't want you guys to just be looking at me talk. So I was like, you know what, let me just do my makeup, even though I have not did makeup since my wedding. I got married in September. Right now it's currently May, so I hope I still have it. Yeah. And then what's crazy is I didn't do my makeup for my wedding. I did my mom makeup for my wedding. That's another subject. We'll get into it. So first things first, let me do the makeup while I talk to y'all, because if I don't start, I'm gonna just be talking and my face still not gonna get done. So I am going to use I can get it out. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty blurring skin tint. I don't know if y'all can see that, but this is what it looks like. I don't even think I used this. Yeah, this is gonna be my first time using this. So anyway, I feel like I haven't spoke to y'all since the wedding, and I know I did because I did vlogs and stuff after the wedding or whatever, but I just felt like it was a lot of stuff I didn't like tell y'all, like as far as the wedding. The wedding was beautiful, don't get me wrong, the wedding was absolutely beautiful. However, there were things that could have been better, and I say that because it's like planning a wedding in another state from you is already hard, but then when you have like the opinions of others in your ear, and then when you're trying to keep your budget at a certain thing, it's a bunch of going back and forth, if that makes sense. And whew, if I could be honest with y'all, some of the vendors that I would have picked, some of the vendors that I picked, I wouldn't have picked, if I could be honest. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, because I'm grateful. I had a beautiful wedding, a really beautiful wedding. However, again, like I said, some of my vendors that I had, I wouldn't have picked, knowing what I know now. When it came to picking my wedding party, some of the people that I asked to be a part of it, I would have asked them to be a part of it. Keep in mind, when someone is getting married, everybody wants to be a part of the wedding. I'm talking about people you haven't seen from 10 years, 20 years, 30 years ago. Y'all, it was a bunch. It was a lot. It was a lot. I thank God for my family and my best friends, Jillian and Crystal, because if it had not been for them, y'all, I'm sorry, my nose ain't showing. If it had not been for them, I don't know what I would have did. Like, It's crazy, y'all. I guess it's normal for a bride, but my nerves was in my butt the whole time. Like the week of the wedding, I was trying to make sure everything got to Louisiana. Ooh, what is this? I was trying to make sure everything got to Louisiana because, you know, I had to, excuse me, I had to ship off a lot of stuff, y'all. Got there, my bouquets, some of them were like, they were like bent a little bit, like the flowers. So I had to try to fix those, y'all. When my girls got their bouquets, like some of them, I don't know if y'all kept up with like my DIYs and stuff like that, because I DIY'd my bouquets. Y'all, some of the handles like came off, maybe like 2 or 3 of them came off, so I was trying to glue them back on. Mind y'all, when I glued those things back on, they was able to sit for a few days. Even though I put fragile on the box, I guess they still mishandled the box. Y'all know when it came to like the flower petals into the foam, I didn't glue those down, and when I was home and I was handling them, they were fine. However, when it got to the reception, and everybody was dancing and stuff like that, like prime example, one of my bridesmaids, she caught the bouquet, and she was so excited that she caught the bouquet that she was jumping up and down. And if the petals weren't glued and you're jumping up and down, what you thought happened? Petals were going everywhere. So I was trying to get her to stop jumping up and down because the petals is going everywhere. So I'm already embarrassed because of that. And I know me, I'm an overthinker, y'all. I'm an overthinker. My venue, like my centerpieces, y'all, my centerpieces were not how I wanted them to be. Like, I really wish, my eyes are starting to run, I really wish I would have DIY those. I really wish, because I felt like the amount of money that we paid for it just was not, it wasn't what I expected. What else? There was, I don't know if you guys saw the little snippet of like the tramp Indians that came in with us at the wedding. I know y'all who not from Louisiana or have never been to Louisiana, y'all don't know nothing about that, but they came in. The whole second line band was to come in, y'all. Tell me why we got scammed. My mama got scammed. She paid for them, they never showed up. We tried contacting them after the fact. They sent back $100, and that was that. I really don't know how to go about pursuing like some kind of civil suit or something to get our money back, because money don't grow on trees, baby. How you just take somebody money and don't show up? Like, I don't understand that for the life of me. What else I wanted to tell y'all? When it comes to you, when it comes to showing up for you, you will learn who your friends are. Okay, let me get back to this face. I go rambling again. When it comes to you and your events and people showing up for you, you will learn who your friends are. Y'all, when I started planning my wedding, everything was going good. When it came time for me to select dresses and stuff like that, that's when the problem started. We selected the dresses, told everybody, you know, how much the dresses were gonna be. Because we went through a boutique that isn't here. Basically, we went through my cousin boutique. She has a bridal boutique by the name of 1020 Boutique. Shout out to them. Because we went through a boutique, my girls had to basically get measured and send their sizes And so they did that. They sent, most of them did that, did what they were told, sent their sizes, and everything was fine. Like we did a try on. We did a try on day. I'll insert those clips. I don't know if I'll insert them while I'm talking about them or I'll insert them at the end, because it's a lot excuse me, it's a lot that went on behind the scenes that you guys did not see, because I did not want y'all to obviously see the dresses for real. Like y'all, I don't know how much y'all saw and what y'all didn't see, but whatever y'all didn't see, I'll try to include them somewhere in this video so y'all can know what I was talking about. So basically, I booked the hotel, and my girls got together and we did pretty much, like, you know, hung out. The girls that did not know each other pretty much met, and that's really what I wanted it to be. Like, I wanted my girls to like meet one another, if that makes sense, before we got to Louisiana, because I didn't want it to be a thing where some knew some and some didn't know anybody and they were just by themselves or felt like they were alone, and that's not what I wanted. So I was trying my best. Okay, y'all, I'm about to try a product. I think I only tried it once and I don't know how I felt about it when I first tried it, so I'm gonna try it again. It's the Beauty Bakery flour, better not bitter. This is what the top look like. It's a loose powder, we'll see. But anyway, like I was saying, I wanted the girls to pretty much, you know, get together, introduce themselves to one another, so once we get to Louisiana, you know, they're familiar with one another and they can stick together, because obviously I'm the bride, I can't be everywhere at the same time. It was a whole debacle about hair and makeup, who was gonna do hair, who was gonna do makeup. We pretty much settled that. And to make a long story short, y'all, because I don't want to keep on going back and forth about this whole wedding situation, I feel like I lost two friends in this whole process, and it bothers me to this day. It bothers me to this day, because I'm the type of person, I'm an inclusive person. I like to include everybody the way everybody feel. I don't like to hurt no feelings, and I just feel like I show up for people and people don't show up for me. And we, the people who I feel like I lost as friends, to this day, we are still yet to have a conversation about pretty much how I feel, if that makes sense. Because with one, it's like there was no understanding, if that makes sense. Like, even though I tried to explain how I felt, this other person felt like I didn't understand how they felt. And of course, I know that, you know, being a part of a wedding, it takes money, and it's a lot of money. However, I don't know what you have and what you don't have. So if it's things that you can't afford, how would I know that if you don't say it? You get what I'm saying? Like, how would I know you can afford to dress in a hotel, but you can't afford like a rental car to get where you need to be? Like, if I knew certain things, I could put certain things into perspective. You get what I'm saying? Or for example, if you can afford your flights, but you can't afford a rental car in the hotel, tell me those things so that I can make proper arrangements. Like, I don't know, you know, I can't help you with things that I don't know. And I just, y'all, I said all that to say, people will show you who they are when it comes to wedding planning and basically just showing up for you. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but if you're planning a wedding, just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Like me, like I told y'all before, I'm the type of person, I try to include everybody's feelings. I want to know how you feel. I want to know, you know, what you think about this. Like, should I do this or should I do this? Like, what you think? And asking too many people about certain things, it starts to cloud your brain. So that's why it's important to have a maid of honor, matron of honor. That's your little circle. If you need help with opinions, this and the third, let them be that, okay? And everybody else, they just fall in line. Like, whatever it is that you say, that's what it is. It's your day. You get what I'm saying? And it was just, it was a lot. It was a lot, okay? It was a lot. So just wanted to, you know, update y'all. If y'all planning a wedding, start with a budget. Start with a budget. Start with the lower end of your budget, if that makes sense. Or no, start at the lower end of your budget, and then work your way up. But do not go over it. Do not go over it. Do your research. Do some trial runs. I mean, I don't care. If you can DIY something, baby, DIY something. Save some coins, because remember, you got to live after that wedding. And that was my biggest thing. Like, my mom kept saying, you know, whatever it is you need, you know, you need it. So just, you know, book it or whatever the case may be, or tell me how much it costs, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Mom, I know, I understand. But my whole thing was, we got to live after this wedding. Which brings me into my next topic that I wanted to talk to y'all about. Y'all, so we came home after our wedding, and we pretty much jumped back. You know, we hit the ground running. We had to go back to work or whatever, obviously make some more money, because shit, we was broke. I ain't gonna lie. So then, you know, the topic of Babe and I moving out came up. And if you know me and you've been rocking with me for a long time, y'all, I never left home. Like, I have never been apart from my parents. Like, it was a point in my life where I was living with my dad and not my mom. However, I've been living with my mom for more than half of my life, okay? And my husband and myself, we live with my mom. And honestly speaking, it's by choice, because if we wanted to, we could have moved out. But at the end of the day, why move out? Like, I don't know if y'all know about the cost of living, but baby, it's high. If you can stay home as long as you could, okay? But my husband was ready for us to get out on the spot. And I was going through that for a while. Like, him, you know, ready to go, me not ready to go or whatever. But when you know when you're married, when you got a husband, you pretty much gotta do what that man say, child. So I was a little, my camera had cut off, but I was a little depressed about that, because I wasn't ready to go, but my husband was ready to go. So we had started looking for places, and y'all, the pricing of these places, I'm talking about $1,400 or better for a 1-bedroom here where I live in Florida. Like, to me, that's crazy as hell. Now, I could see if it was like a high rise, you know, something like that. But girl, no. I'm talking about a regular, smuggler apartment for $1,400. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Mind you, it's one of those apartments where the bathroom is in a bedroom. I hate that. So we was just looking, you know what I'm saying? And we was looking, and I was praying, and I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I understand, you know, the word of God when they say you gotta leave home and cling to your spouse and all that, yada yada yada. I understand. So I'm the type of person, I can't believe half of the word and not the whole word. So I was willing to be obedient and do what I had to do, y'all. And we ended up finding a place. It was a new built place, and it was like affordable living, if that makes sense. It basically was a newly built apartment complex, and they were basically going off of your income, right? So baby and I went over there, did the application, got approved, everything. So at this point we were waiting for a move-in date, right? And so while we were waiting for our move-in dates, I'm sorry y'all, it's dust flying everywhere. While we were waiting for our move-in date, here comes the next chapter of our life, right? So I made a poll on Instagram and Facebook, pretty much asking everybody what y'all wanted to see on YouTube, right? And if you all follow me on my other social media platforms, which a lot of you do, but I think I still have a handful of y'all who don't follow me on my other social media platforms. So with that being said, baby, you missing out on a lot. If you're not following me on TikTok, if you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, baby, you better start following me, because you're missing out on a lot. So with that being said, we are pregnant, y'all. I'm laughing because I can't believe it myself. Y'all, we are pregnant. We are pregnant. And when I tell y'all, I was in complete shock. I was in complete shock, baby. We wasn't planning to get pregnant. We weren't planning to get pregnant. So this was around Valentine's Day. I found out around Valentine's Day. My mom had cooked a nice little dinner. My husband wanted to take me out to dinner, but I was telling him I didn't want to do that, because on days like you know, Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and all the holidays, the restaurants be booked up. So I told him I didn't want to do that. And normally that's what my mom liked to do. My mom liked to cook. On Valentine's Day, she liked to cook at the house, and we pretty much just eat at the house or whatever. And I barely ate. Like, I was telling my mom I wasn't feeling good and I was a little nauseous, but I wasn't thinking about it because I thought my cycle was about to come on, and sometimes I deal with that, like being nauseous and stuff like that, before my cycle come on. And so I couldn't finish all my food. And if you know me, I'm greedy. I am greedy, okay? So I was playing around with my food. Wasn't really eating like that for real. And so a few days went by and I was still nauseous, like moping around. Didn't really want to be bothered like that, right? And so I was talking to one of my friends here on YouTube, Mimi. I think I even did a few vlogs where I went to the store and stuff like that, and we were on the phone like while we was at the store. But me and my girl would talk almost every day, if not every day. And y'all, we still have that relationship to this day, how we talk every day. If we don't talk, we'll text every day. And so I would get off from work and we'll be on the phone, and I would just literally fall asleep on her, right? And when I say fall asleep, she'll tell y'all, I would be snoring like nobody's business. Like I had just worked a 12-hour shift and I was standing on my feet the whole time. Like That's how bad I was snoring on that phone. I was tired, y'all. And so she kept saying, sis, you pregnant, sis, you pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm not, because mind y'all, at this point, baby and I weren't trying to get pregnant. Like, we weren't trying to get pregnant. I ain't gonna put y'all in our game room, but we were not trying to get pregnant at all. Like, when we were trying to get pregnant, it didn't happen. So getting pregnant wasn't even on our mind of things to do, if I could be honest with y'all. So I was like, I would laugh it off. And I was like, no, I'm not, sis. I'm not pregnant. Ha 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 ha. And she was like, yes, you are. So I just, I would listen to what she was saying, but I would just laugh it off, honestly. Like, it'll go in one ear and out the other. Because I didn't think I was pregnant. Y'all, one day my mom had a doctor's appointment, and I was taking her to her doctor's appointment. And if you know anything about me, I don't play when it comes to the doctor. I can't stand going to the doctor. However, I'm a firm believer, if something is going wrong with you and you catch it early, 9 times out of 10, you'll have a better turnout, excuse me, when it comes to getting over that thing or that thing getting better, versus if you find out later on down the line and you just screwed. There's nothing really that you can do. And so with my mom getting older, that was my thing. Like, you have to go to your routine checkups. Like, there is no ifs, ands, buts about it. So she was due for a checkup that day, y'all. And sister girl said, if you don't pee on that stick, I'm not going to my appointment. So basically, I felt like she was threatening me, pretty much. So I was like, you know what? I'm sick of y'all. Because at this point, my husband was saying the same thing. Like, babe, just take the pregnancy test to rule that out. Okay, y'all. So my GoPro went dead. I basically had to switch locations. And I'm not recording on my phone versus my GoPro. But anyway, where I left off was my mama was saying she wasn't going to the doctor until I pee on the stick. So I ended up peeing on the stick. And y'all, when I tell y'all, those 2 lines came back fast. Those 2 lines came back fast. And I don't know if you know anything about taking a pregnancy test, but sometimes you gotta wait a little bit. Like, it tell you to wait like 3 minutes or something. Child, please. 3 minutes where those 2 lines were there. They were there. And I thought it was unreal, so I had to take another one. And then another one. Y'all, I took 3 tests. All 3 of them was positive. And so many thoughts were going through my head. Like, I started cussing out loud. Mind y'all, my mama was sitting in the dining room. My mama was like, I know you gonna stop all that cussing up in here. Y'all. I could not believe it. I just couldn't believe it, because like I was saying, when baby and I were trying to get pregnant, nothing ever happened. Like, we didn't get pregnant. So here it is. We ended up getting pregnant, and we were trying to figure it out, because remember, we were in the process of waiting for our move-in date, and now we had this baby on the way. And so we just decided that we were not going to move. We were going to stay home a little while longer until we kind of like get acquainted with us now being a family of 3. We both kind of want to figure out what we want to do as far as our jobs, if that makes sense, because don't get me wrong, we both have good jobs now, but we can use a little bit more money too. So we decided to stay here. Babe got a new car. I'll show y'all that too, because y'all have not seen his car. Babe have a car. Babe and I've been together 4 years now, and we were sharing one car. I'm talking about, I would get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, when he would have to be at work at 3 o'clock, and take him to work, then come back home, try to get back into bed, and have to be at work for 6 o'clock. So it was rough, but to God be glory. Babe have a car now, y'all. And we are currently 4 months pregnant. I'm just excited. I'm nervous. I'm scared. My emotions are all over the place, y'all, but the cat is out the bag now, y'all. We are about to be a family of 3. We are about to be a family of 3. I don't know why I sat on this long, because normally I'm just so in a rush to put, you know, my business out there. But for whatever reason, y'all, I sat on this, and I sat on this, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not ready. I'm not ready. So what I ended up doing was I started posting on TikTok, trying to get myself back into the groove of creating content. And I was like, you know what, enough is enough. And like I was telling y'all before in the beginning of the video, I was trying to make the video perfect, like trying to figure out, you know, how I was gonna come excuse me, how I was gonna come on here and tell y'all that we are pregnant. But there's no perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. So here is my little spiel, my little chit chat on my little life update, y'all. We are pregnant. We have so much coming up, y'all. Our gender reveal is June 1st. I am supposed to have a baby shower in Louisiana at the end of July, and then we'll have one here sometime closer to my due date. I am due in October. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to feel. This girl is about to be somebody's mama. So I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for y'all calls, for y'all text messages, for y'all DMs. Thank y'all so much for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it, y'all. Y'all don't know what y'all mean to me. I love my YouTube community. Like, YouTube is amazing. I have connected with so many of y'all, and I feel so blessed. I feel so honored. And all I can say is it's up from here. Stay tuned for baby shower content. Stay tuned for registry content, like all things baby content. Just stay tuned for it, okay? I will probably here on out update you guys about our like doctor's appointments and stuff like that. Probably towards the end of this video, I'll like add in some snippets of what we've done already and stuff like that. So y'all just stay tuned. With that being said, I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and consider subscribing.